Hi guys, welcome back to Edge Automation. So this is the next video in Selenium series, and in this video I am going to show how you can check the dead links or broken links on a web page without opening that links on a UI side. Okay, that means in previous video, in this video what we have did is we find these 9 links first, and one by one we clicked on that link, and we use the get title method to get the title, and we verified that if title do not contains 404, that means that is a valid link. And if it is correct, then we navigated back and then check the next link. Likewise, but this method, there are a little bit disadvantages, like it takes more time, because if this page contains 200 plus links, so you need to click on each and every link, and then you need to get the title of the page, then you need to verify it, again you need to navigate back. So you need to use the custom weights also, thread.sleep, and also we face the stale element reference exception also. So that is also we need to handle in this method. But what I am going to tell you, there is another method by which we are not required to open these links. Actually on the UI we will just find these links, and internally it will Selenium will check everything through the API, and that method will be quicker one, as we are not opening the links actually on the UI side. This method will be more faster, the execution will be more faster, and we are not required to handle the stale element reference exception, or also we need to scroll down also, right, to click on each link. So this part also we do not have to handle in this method. So this is very useful method and very fast. So let's get started with this. So let me write the steps for you for better understanding. So first what we will do, we will go to Amazon, Amazon website. Then you will get the links in the header. I will show you. You will get links in the header and store in the list variable. And then the third step, we are not going to open, we are not going to click on these links. So what we are going to do, I will tell you, I will show you first what we are going to do. We will go to the amazon.in, and as you can see there are some links available in this header. So we will go and create first the web element for this header first. We are not interested in the links available in the entire web page. We are going to find the links only in this header. So we will create a web element first, right? Web element, and we will get the links in the header, and then that list will be stored in the list variable. Web element for header. After storing, we are not going to click on these links. So what we are going to do, we are going to use two classes. One is the URL class, URL class, and there is another class HTTP URL connection. These two classes we are going to use. How to use it, I will show you through the code, and then we will get the response code. The response code, and we will verify using for loop, using the if loop. If response code is let's say greater than 400, means 400, 401, 402, or 403, 404, that means that link is not working and that link is a broken link. 4 plus 1 is 4 not greater than equal to. Okay, this is how we are going to do. Okay, so let's jump onto the coding part now. Okay, so this is the previous example, previous video's code, where we got the link from the footer and that we stored in the list. Okay, here, and using JavaScript executor we scroll down up to the each link and then we click on that and we use the title of the page. Okay, likewise, so it's very time consuming, right? So in this example we are going to use another method. Let me create the class for that. Broken link without opening link. Okay, okay, quickly create the test method. Broken link test. Okay, and we will need to open the Chrome browser first. Okay, so let's open it using WebDriver Manager. WebDriver Manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Okay, then we need to create the WebDriver reference. WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, we import it. Okay, so we need to open the URL first, driver dot get. Okay, and we will open this website. Okay, good. Now we need to create web element for this header. Okay, so we need to create a XPath for this. We need to create the XPath for this first. Okay, so you can see here all these links are present under this div tag. Okay, so you can use these attributes id is equal to this to create the XPath for this div. Okay, so let us see Control F. Div @id equal to okay, it's highlighting that header. Okay, that means this is correct. So just copy this XPath and create the web element. Web element header is equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath okay, this will create our web element header. Okay, so we need to use this header to get the links present in that header. Okay, so all these links will have the anchor tag. So header dot find elements method. Okay, multiple links are there, and by dot tag name. So what is the tag? Tag is a. Okay, so this will return the list of web element. So we need to store in list of variables. So list of web element. Okay, web element. Okay, links equal to Okay, import it from Java util. Okay, so we got this, all these links in the list. Okay, so first let's see how many links are there in this. So from UI we can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 links are there. Okay, so let us see how many links are there. Number of links equal to links dot size method we can use for the list. Okay, so this will return number of elements in this list variable. Okay, so we will just print it in console. Found, okay, found, let's say found this much of links in the header. Okay, let me just adjust this. Okay, so this message will be displayed in the console. There are 13 links, so it will display found 13 links in the header. Okay, likewise. Okay, so let us run this up to this if it is working or not, and then we will do the next steps. Okay, so let us run this. Control F11, 7 launch. Okay, our test case has finished. So let us see how many links we got. Found 14 links in the header. Okay, so let me check why we missed the count. Links, but one more link it is showing. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 12 13. Oh, this much. Okay, this is also it is showing. It's hidden on the UI. Okay, but no problem. Okay, so just we got the 14 links in the header. Okay, so as I already told, we are not going to click on that link. Okay, so each link will have this attribute href, okay, equal to the URL. Okay, so we need to get this first. Okay, so how you can get it? We need to use the for loop for that. For int I equal to 0, int I equal to 0, I less than, we are starting with the is less than equal number of, okay, I less than number of links, I plus plus. Okay, means we are going to find for each web element present in this list. There are 14. Okay, so for 14 we are going to do that. Okay, so you need href attributes value, right? So how you can you get that? First you need to get the links one by one. So using get method you will get the web element dot get attribute method is there. Okay, and whatever attribute you need you can provide here. So we are interested in href attribute, right? Okay, so it will return a string value. Okay, for each link it will return this value, href value. Okay, and that we need to store in some variable, string, let's say URL equal to. Okay, so now you need to create the object for URL. So URL, okay, URL equal to new URL. Okay, this is the class, and you need to import it from java.net. Okay, and you need to pass this URL as argument, okay, to the constructor of this URL class. Okay, so just let me check what is in URL to the string. So I think, oh, we use the same variable for the both. Okay, so maybe I will just rename this URL link equal to new URL, and we will pass this as argument. Okay, so then you need to create object for another class. Okay, https URL connection equal to http connect. Okay, let's give this as name, and you need to use this variable link. You need to open that link, so link dot open connection. Okay, and you need to just let me import it from the correct package. From this. Okay, and we need to cast this. Okay, we are just making this link dot open connection, and we are just casting to this http URL connection type of object. Okay, so just throws declaration, I have exception. Okay, now using this object you need to open that link. Okay, so what you have to write, http connect dot http dot to connect. Okay, so this will make a connection to that particular link, the URL, and now we can get the response code. Okay, so response code will be in integer. Okay, so I will show you the error code screenshot I have. Okay, these are all the status codes. Okay, so if status code will be like this 401, 403, 404 likewise, so we will use the status code greater than 400, okay, equal to or greater than or equal to 400, that will be some error codes. Okay, so we need to get the response code first. Okay, so using http, oh sorry, what is it, http connect dot get response code. Okay, this method will return our response code, and that will be the integer. So let us store in integer variable response code equal to, okay, and just we need to compare now. If this response code is greater than equal to 400, okay, then we'll just print out found the broken link. Okay, If response code is greater than or equal to 400, that means that link is broken. Okay, else here we can print out we can show on the console that this link, okay, we will show the name that mobile's link is working fine. Okay, likewise, so what we can do is here we will use these links to get the text associated with that web element. Okay, link with label, link with the label, and what will be the label? Links dot get the every link dot get text. Okay, give me the text associated with each web element. Okay, so this will return this mobile and today's deal, best sellers, likewise. Okay, so links with the label, this is working fine. Okay, so this could be a longer one. Let's print it in the next line /n. Okay, is working fine. If response code is not greater than or equal to 400, that time it will show every time the link label with the label of that is working fine. Okay, I think no need to print it on next line, it won't be that much longer. And also here we printed this much links are found. Here we can print now checking for the broken links. Okay, after this, okay, better to understand, checking for the broken links. Okay, so this for loop, it will get the web element one by one. Okay, so it will get the link using this attribute href. Okay, and we created the object for URL and we pass this as argument to the HTTP URL connection. Okay, so after that we need to connect to that URL. Okay, so maybe after making connection we can give some thread.sleep, let's say for 2000. Okay, save it. Okay, so it will return, this method will return the response code and we will check it. If it is greater than 400, then found the broken link, else it will print this. Okay, so I think this is good time to run this test case and let's see if it is working or not. Okay, so F11. Okay, so on UI it is not going to click on these links. Okay, for sure. Okay, you can see that. Open this. Okay, you can see that all this happening internally. Okay, link with the today's deal, bestseller, found broken link. It's somewhere it has found the broken link. Okay, another one. Okay, so all 14 links it will check. Means the first one is a broken link for some reason. Okay, we are not interested in that part. So first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. Okay, so out of 14 it has given 2 as a broken links and all other are working fine. Okay, so likewise in your real-time application you can use this method. Okay, so as it is very quick, we are not opening any link. No matter if there are 500 links on your web page, okay, it will use this HTTP URL connection in this URL class. Okay, and using response code we are going to check the link is broken or not. Okay, so it's very fast than the previous example in the previous video. So I will suggest use this, practice this, try this in your real-time application. Okay, and it will definitely work. Okay, so that's it for this video. Have some practice every day. We are in lockdown, so enhance your skills, and if you like the content and knowledge, don't forget to share that with your friends. Okay, and help someone who is the beginner in automation testing. Okay, help him to learn the automation, and press the bell icon also. That is very important, because if you don't press the bell icon you will not get the notification for the newly added videos. Okay, so you need to come to my channel and then need to see if any video added or not. Okay, so instead of that, just press the bell icon after subscribing to the channel. Okay, so that will give you the notification as soon as I upload a new video. Okay, so we'll see you in the next video. Till that, have some practice, take care, and see you soon.